And folks, a very pleasant good morning and welcome to Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City on YouTube's Jai-Alai Channel. I'm Andrew Bleckman, and I am pleased to welcome you to this Friday matinee performance of Live Jai-Alai action. Today we will have 8 games for you, 8 singles games beginning at 12 noon. In addition to fast and fun Jai-Alai action, each of today's games offer Win Play Show, Quinella Exacta, and Trifecta Wagering. If these terms are new to you, we'll of course explain them throughout the performance. We also have a couple specialty wagering options here. We have a pick 3 wager that begins before the start of game number 4, that begins in game number 4, so you got to get bets in before the start of that 4th game. You have the high-paying High 5 jackpot, and that High 5 continues to give away money. $2,000 was given away in both performances yesterday. It's been hit in 9 of the last 9 performances here, so going for 10 for 10 now. Only one of those times were there multiple winners, so that catch there with the High 5 is you have to be the only winning ticket to take home that $2,000 guarantee. But someone has been taking home that $2,000. It's happened in 8 of the last 9 performances, and it's been hit 5 out of 5 there the last 9, so good day to get the High 5 and get your feet wet with that bet. Got to pick the winners of games 3 through 7, as we said. If you get all those winners correct and you're the only ticket, that's how you take home that $2,000, and you have until the start of game number 3 to get those wagers in. We also have the all-new Mighty Ocho jackpot beginning in game number 1. The Mighty Ocho there also has a $2,000 guarantee. The Ocho is a pick 8, so a little more difficult, and it's the same sort of rules there as the High 5. You got to get all the winners correct, and you got to be the only person with that ticket to take home that $2,000 minimum guarantee there in the jackpot. The highest we've seen with that is 6 out of 8 here this season, so if someone gets 8 out of 8, that'd be some very good picking. Online wagering is available today at watchandwager.com and mywinners.com if you're over in Connecticut. But of course, placing bets is not necessary to enjoy all that we have in store for you today. We do have one scratch in today's performance. If you joined us yesterday, same guy scratch here. You got number 24, Cool Fitness, is out of this performance today. He has been scratched, so this will be a full rundown of the scratch Cool Fitness as it affects today's program. He's only playing in the first 2 games here, so be a little quick update. Game number 1, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness in post 6. Game 1, post 6, scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with number 22, Bueno. Game 1, post 6, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness and replace him with Bueno. Game 2, post 8, going to scratch Cool Fitness, replace him with Bueno. Game 2, post 8, going to scratch Cool Fitness and replace him with Bueno. As we said, pretty quick there. Only 2 games Cool Fitness was playing in. So that has been a complete rundown of the scratch of Cool Fitness as it affects this matinee performance here. As we said in game number 1, post 6, Bueno substituting for Cool Fitness, and then game 2, post 8, Bueno is substituting for Cool Fitness. And of course, we recognize that many of you are still sheltering in place or safer at home. Of course, we're just trying to get by as best you can as we all confront this new normal. Wherever you may be, we hope that you are safe, healthy, and we're just glad that we're able to bring you Jai-Alai as sports entertainment this afternoon. We now welcome you to sit back and relax, because at 12 noon, of course, it is time to play Jai-Alai. And we said the performances today, 8-game singles performances only. The first 7 games will feature spectacular 7 scoring. The 8th and final game of all of our performances will be that superfecta 9-point singles game with spectacular 9 scoring. But as for those first 7, they feature spectacular 7. And what exactly does that mean? Well, we're going to have a video that's going to explain the scoring format. Here it is.
Spectacular 7 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those 2 players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 7 points wins the game.
Now we have about 4 minutes till we get into the first game here. This Friday matinee performance. We have 2 performances here today. We have this one starting at 12 noon, and we'll be back here at 4 p.m., so 16 games for you. 2 8-game sessions, one at 12, one at 4. We got a lot of highlight here today, and yesterday was a pretty solid day to start off the week. The guy in the lead there for wins in singles play was Ron in the matinee performance there. Had a grand slam, 4 for 4, 4 wins in all of his singles appearances. Was just playing just tremendous highlight there, and cooled off a little bit in that afternoon performance, although hard to get much better than 4 out of 4 there in the win column. So Ron in the lead for wins this week, in the lead for fantasy points. If you're playing along with that fantasy game, fantasyhighlight.com. We got a U.S. National Highlight Championship hat plus $100 going to the winning entry today. It is free to sign up, and you could potentially win real cash playing that game. So kind of a no-brainer there. Fantasyhighlight.com is that website if you would like to play along. Another way also, if you maybe can't bet in your state, or maybe underage and you cannot bet, a good way to get involved there playing that Fantasy Highlight contest. As we said, the link fantasyhighlight.com. And sorry, folks, a little distracted there. Seeing Juice trying to make a throw while doing a backflip here. Interesting way to start off the day. But back to that Fantasy Highlight. All you got to do is go to that website there. You click a button that says Join This League. From there, I think you'll get a confirmation email for your account. And then you can start picking. And next week, so the picks are locked for this week, but next week you can start earning your way towards that $100 prize, so long as we have 100 active players. So it seems that we may have past that 100-player mark pretty safely now. We had 124 active entries this week. That was up from just over 100 the week before, so an increase of 20% here once we added those cash prizes. We appreciate everyone's support with that. Again, if you like to play along, fantasyhighlight.com. You have a $21 budget. Each player has a different cost. And from there, you just try to build the best possible lineup of 3 singles players for this week. You get 5 fantasy points per win they get, 3 fantasy points per place, 2 per show, and 1 per quad finish that they earn throughout the playing week. And then at the end of the week, those are totaled up, and the person with the most will take home that $100 plus the original prize we had scheduled, which was that U.S. National Highlight Championship hat. Another reminder there, saw someone posting about prizes there. All the prizes for fantasy have now gone out. Checks, everything, hats, Magic City hats, U.S. National Highlight Championship hats, whatever you got, whatever you won there, all of those have gone out. So we appreciate the patience there. And that stuff is on the way. And the one stuff there, that silly stuff Stu says hasn't received their hat there from week number 9. That was a signed hat by, if you notice the names that were supposed to sign that hat, Douglas and Lamonti haven't been in the building there in a while, so maybe waiting a little bit on that prize, but we will get that for you as soon. Well, all those prizes have been out there, so we'll get that for you probably the next week or so here as it ships out. And with that, we have 0 minutes till game number 1. Let's get into that first game. And folks, with that, we're ready to begin game number 1. Game 1 will be a spectacular 7 singles match. We'll be playing it up to 7 points, with all those points doubling after all matchups in the first round of play. Serving in the red shirt of post 1 here, we have Fred, and receiving in a blue post 2, there's Legend. Fred serve begins game number 1. Hard forehand there at the 11 line. Legend on a hop brings it in. Sidearm back to the inside. There's Fred. Legend now cuts it off 8 line. Goes for the 2-wall. Karam gonna score. Point 2. Two first up on the board here in this first game. Bring to the court. White shirt to post 3. El Barba. El Barba, his forehand. Turn there on the rebote by Legend. Brings it in on a quick bounce. Cortada at the 7 line. In and out of the cested goes there for Legend. Point 3. In receive, green shirt to post 4. Here's Ben. Rebote comes out. Forehand save from El Barba. Ben in the middle of the court. 8 line. Hard forehand back inside. El Barba's got it. His reverse. Along that side wall, here's Ben. Forehand rebote, gets it up off the front wall. El Barba charges in. Hard forehand. Picked up by Ben. That one in and out of the cesta goes. Point 3. And receive, black shirt to post 5 for this matchup. We have Juice. Juice goes for the carom. Stopped on a quick bounce by El Barba. He goes back inside with the forehand. There's Juice. 10 line. This 2-wall is going to stick inside. That's missed by El Barba. Point 5. In receive, yellow shirt to post 6. Substituting for the Scratch Cool Fitness there, here's Bueno. Bueno fires there at the 8 line. Juice on the move. Stops, gets it up off the front wall. Gets out of the way there. Bueno slides in, fires a reverse at the 6 line. Rebote comes out once more. That one right along the side wall. Tough play for Juice. That's going to score for Bueno. Point 6. Here's post 7, the pink shirt, Tennessee. Nice reverse from Tennessee, passes Bueno. Forehand rebote, played back to the outside. Tennessee takes it out of the air at the 10 line. It's going to be a 3-wall play. Bueno stops in the middle of the court, turns that back inside. Reaching up there, Tennessee. Going to get by him to score. Point 6. It now rounding out the first round of play. Here's the purple shirt of post 8, CRB. Big reverse there from CRB. There's Bueno. Turns that 2-wall, sending CRB to the outside. His forehand gives him the carom. Not cutting out far enough. Bueno's going to get there. Bueno's carom there from the outside. That one's going to score. Great shot. Point 6. That'll also do it there for the first round of play. All matchups are now worth 2 points through the end of the game. Returning, here's post 1, Fred. Bueno reaching up, takes it in at the 10 line, comes over the top with his forehand. It's tipped by Fred, point 6. Straight points to a possible game point here for Bueno. He has 5 points now into stop in post 2, Legend. That's an overserve there from Bueno. Got to get those serves between the 4 and 7 line. This game will continue. Point 2. Legend now 3 points. Returning, here's Ben. Green shirt to post 4. Rebote miss by Legend. Point 4. Returning, here's post 3. El Barba. High bouncing serve brought in by El Barba. Goes outside with it. He's going to score. Point 3. Returning for this matchup, here's Black shirt to post 5, Juice. Hard forehand there from Juice, tipped by El Barba, point 5. Juice with 3 points now. Here's post 7 returning. We have Tennessee. Juice. That one got up there. Just lands wide. Point 7. Tennessee now on the board. Returning, here's post 8, CRB. Tennessee at the 9 line. Hard reverse. Caught off. Almost by CRB. That one in and out of the cesta. Point 7. Here's post 1 returning. We have Fred. Tennessee goes up the wall. Maintains his balance. They're going to call that one juggling. Point 1. Fred on the board now, 2 points, but returning with possible game point. Here's yellow shirt to post 6. Bueno. Bueno's got that serve. Nice reverse right along the sidewall. In and out of Fred Sessa there. That is point and game 2. The yellow shirt to post 6. Bueno. We'll have a playoff now to determine second and third place. Post 3 will serve post 7. That's El Barba serving to Tennessee here for second and third place. Great serve by El Barba. Tennessee brings it in there right along the side wall. Rebote, left side. Catches a piece of that side wall. Tennessee brings it in. Hard forehand. Scores. 7 takes second. Post 3 comes in third. Unofficial order of finish there for game 1. 6, 7, 3. 6, 7, and 3. Get those official results coming up there in just a few moments. And the results there for game number 1 are now official. Post 6, Bueno, he substituted for the Scratch Cool Fitness there. Gets the win. Post 7, Tennessee takes second. Post 3, El Barba coming in third. 6-7-3 is now official there for game number 1 as we see those prices on your screen. $2 Quinella. That's a $2 bet there. 6-7 or 7-6. The Quinella, that's any order. Could have been 7-6 or 6-7. You're still a winner there. Off of $2, you're getting $34.20 back. The $2 try, 6-7-3. The trifecta, the exact order of the top three finishers. $258.80 off of $2 there. Not a bad try to start off the day. It's also particularly interesting to see, the 6-7 Quinella statistically, I think statistically that is one of the most, if not the most difficult Quinella combination to hit there, and you see there would usually be paying a lot more, but with those two guys there, Bueno and Tennessee, pays only $34.20. Coming up next, folks, we have game number 2, game 2. Another one of those spectacular 7 singles matches. You'll be hearing me say that a lot today. We'll be playing it up to 7 points. All those points doubling after all matchups in the first round of play. One scratch there in our second game. It's going to affect post 8. You're going to scratch Cool Fitness there, replace him with Bueno. Game 2, post 8. You're going to scratch Cool Fitness and replace him with Bueno. Standard wagering options here in game number 2. Win, play, show. Quinella, exacta, and trifecta wagering is all available. And plus, you still have a couple more minutes to get those bets in for the high 5 and that pick 3. The high 5 starts in game number 3. That pick 3 starts before game number 4. So you got time to play those specialty exotic wagering options we have. And game number 2 will be coming up now in just about 5 minutes. 5 minutes till we get into that second game here on this Friday matinee performance.
I love Jai-Alai. I think Jai-Alai is a beautiful game. My favorite part of playing Jai-Alai would be that I get to compete. I get to come into a facility with other competitors that are trying their hardest. I get to come out here and try my hardest. Win or lose, you feel a sense of accomplishment at the end of the day after coming in and giving it your all. My 2020 goal is when you open up the program, it should say Chris Bueno, win percentage 150 or better, and in the money percentage 400 or better. I'm going to finish every game that I get possible game point.
Yeah, with that win there for Bueno on the week, that was his 4th win, so now 1 behind Ron in the race for that Golden Cesta. Goes to the player with the most singles wins each week here. And in the overall standings now, Bueno, 32 wins, so he's lengthening that lead over Ikeda. Ikeda out of the program here today. 32 wins for Bueno, just 2 behind Douglas now for second place in those overall standings. So Bueno making a nice jump here these past couple of weeks, taking advantage of a couple of these guys in the top of the leaderboard being out. Game 2, another reminder here of the scratch. Post 8, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness and replace him with Bueno. Game 2, post 8, you're going to scratch Cool Fitness there and replace him with Bueno. And now while we have a couple more minutes till we get into this second game, in case we have any new fans to the game here, may not understand exactly what's going on, here it is in simple terms to explain how the game of Jai-Alai is played. Take a look at this video.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
Now we have under 2 minutes till that second game. Someone asking there, where is Ron? He's out of these games 1 through 4. Don't know what the win percentage would be if he piped into those games. But Ron, one of the feature game players here, so you'll be seeing him in games 5 through 8 in both performances here today. good question here. Stanley piping in, is Magic City the old Miami Jai-Alai fronton? If not, what happened to it? Robert, absolutely correct. It used to be flag or dog track here. We are not the old Miami Jai-Alai. This was this court was actually built in Spain. I'm doing my little stew spiel here. Built in Spain, shipped over here, and was built. It was built in Spain, panel by panel. Here you see on our walls there. There's glass panels. I mean, this was all built by hand, shipped over from Spain, and constructed actually right here. So that is different there from Miami Jai-Alai. This fronton has only been here for, I believe it's about 3 years now that we have been up and running here at Magic City. And with that, 0 minutes to Game 2. Let's get right into it. Game 2 will be another spectacular 7 singles match played up to 7 points. All those points will double after all matchups are played in that first round. To begin serving at red at post 1 here, we have El Barba. And receiving at a blue post 2, there's CRB. El Barba serve here begins game number 2. Rebote forehand missed by El Barba up at the 8 line, point 2. Two first up on the board here in this second game that'll bring to the court. White shirt at post 3. Here's Juice. Point 2. In receive, green shirt at post 4 for this matchup. Here's Fred. CRB goes back for it. Rebote turned a little too wide. That's out of play. Point 4. Here's post 5 for this matchup. We have Tennessee. Great catch there from Tennessee. His reverse, sending Fred all the way up to the 6 line. He stops there, turns the forehand Rebote. Brings it in at the 9 line. Keeps this one middle of the court. Fred's there. 2-all. Not going to cut out, but it will score. Point 4. Here's post 6, Ben. Strong reverse from Ben. Fred goes back for the Brote. Missed there at the 8 line. Point 6. Receive post 7. Here's Legend. Point 6. Receive now, rounding out the first round of play here. Purple shirt of post 8. We have Bueno. Rebote left side there, turn from Ben. High bouncer, sending Bueno back to the 11. Gives him the carom. Ben on the move, not going to get there. Point 8. That will do it now for the first round of play. All matchups worth 2 points through the end of the game. Returning here is post 1 El Barba. El Barba, great catch for across that side wall. Here's Bueno. Reverse that's cut off at the 10 line. El Barba plays it back inside. Bueno's got it now on the left side. He goes deep this reverse, sending El Barba backpedaling. Turns it at the 6 line to keep play alive. Bueno's got it low. Winds up Costano to the inside where that will score point 8. Bueno with 3 points. And to receive this matchup, here's post 3, Juice. Bueno goes for that carom again, working for him today, point 8. Straight points to a possible game point for Bueno here, playing out of post 8. In to stop him, at the blue shirt of post 2, CRB. Bueno, up at the 7 line, turns that forehand rebote. There's CRB, goes deep again. Bueno backing up, backpedaling. Stops at the 5, turns it just above the pad. CRB's got it at the 7 line. Doesn't overthrow it, Bueno's going back. At the 10 line, goes to the ground, saves that rebote. CRB slides in, fires a reverse at the 8 line. Going to catch the overhead screen. That is point in a perfect game. Purple shirt of post 8, Bueno. We'll have a 3-way playoff now to determine 2nd and 3rd place. To begin, post 4 serves post 6. That'll be Fred serving to Ben. Big reverse from Fred. Rebote coming out 8 line. Turn by Ben to the outside. Or that will score point 6. Possible place point. That's a 2nd place finish now for Ben. To stop him, we have CRB, post 2. Great catch there by CRB off the serve. Low runner back inside. Ben plays one tight along the sidewall. CRB picks it nicely. Goes deep. Rebote comes out. Turn back by Ben to the inside. CRB charging. He's got it. Goes over the top. Got to stay to the middle of the court. Ben now on the forehand. Looking for a bit of a bounce. CRB backing up. Runs under it. Karam gonna score there from CRB. Staying on the court. CRB don't go anywhere. This is going to be for 2nd and 3rd place now. CRB will serve to Ben. Winner takes 2nd. The loser will come in 3rd. Forehand rebote, turn nicely there from CRB. Ben at the 10 line. Hard back to the inside. Forehand rebote. Gets it up there off the front wall. Ben now. Soft with that sidearm forehand. Brings it in. There's CRB. His carom, that one caught a little too much of the sidewall. They're going to land wide. 6 will place, taking 2nd. 2 comes in 3rd. Unofficial order finish there for game 2. 8-6-2. 8-6 and 2. Got the official results coming up in just a few moments. Results there for Game 2 are now official. Post 8, Bueno substituting for the Scratch Cool Fitness again. 2 for 2 in his games where he scratched for Cool Fitness. He gets the win there. That's post 8. Post 6, Ben taking 2nd. Post 2, CRB coming in 3rd. 8-6-2 is now official there for our 2nd game as we see those prices rolling up on your screen now. The $2 Quinella, 6-8. The Quinella, $2 Quinella, 6-8 or 8-6, $29.60. That's off a $2 bet. You get back $29.60. The $2 trifecta 862. That exact order finish off of $2 gives you back $267.40. Not a bad price there in the exacta either. 8-6 the exacta. Slightly different from the Quinella. It's got to be the exact order of finish there. So it's got to be 8-6 in the exact order. 6-8's not going to do it for you. But if you had the 8-6, 90-60 is your return there off of $2. Coming up next, folks, the moment we have all been waiting for, game number 3. Game 3, another one of those spectacular 7 singles matches. Played up to 7 points. All points will double after all matchups in the first round of play. But most importantly, as we say, we got that high five. Last opportunity to get those wagers in for the high five. It starts here in this third game, as we said. It has been hit 9 of the last 9 performances here, trying to make it 10 out of 10. So we give away $2,000 in the jackpot so long as there is a single winner in all those jackpots, and there's been a single winner 8 out of those 9 times there. So a great day to play that high five if you have yet to do so here. Much more handicapable, if you will, compared to other days with this limited roster here of singles players. The talent level, there's a little more disparity in the talent between the top and bottom players here in these games 3 through 7, which the high five will impact. So a good day to test it out. You got about 5 minutes. You got about 5 minutes till we get into that third game. So 5 minutes left to keep getting those bets in for the high five. All it takes is $1. You got to pick 5 winners. The winners of games 3 through 7. As we said there, if you're the only one to do so, that's how you get that $2,000. And you'll find out if you are the only ticket winner in game number 7. Post time for game 3 coming up now, just under 5 minutes.
Welcome back to Week 11 of the Magic City Jai-Alai Rebote Recap. This past week, the singles-only action at Magic City featured a shortened roster of just 12 players. Even with a minimized roster, the play was still wildly impressive. While Douglas is still in first place with 34 singles wins, the Golden Cesta-worthy output by Ron this past week slid Ikeda down to third place with 30 singles wins. Holding on to his position at third from the top is critical if number 23 wants to take home any bonus prize money at the end of this 2020 season. Number 22, Bueno, took advantage of the lighter roster, collecting 5 more victories to move him into fourth place with his new total of 28 singles wins. Rounding out the top 5 going into Week 12 is Tennessee, Carballo, and Kubala, all of whom have a total of 27 singles wins so far this season. Of the 3 players currently tied for 5th, Kubala made the biggest leap up the standings this past week, capturing 9 wins with his skillful display of textbook Jai-Alai. Number 7, Ben, added 7 wins to his singles total this past week, which puts him in 6th place at a 25-win clip. And we would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge the stellar output by number 4, Bradley. Bradley, who recently made his debut at the Magic City Fronton after recovering from an injury, found himself in the win column a total of 6 times in Week 11. After what we've seen from number 4 in just 2 weeks of play, we can expect to hear a lot of barking from the Magic City Fronton as this unconventional and freakishly athletic pelotari continues to put it all together. Of all the impressive Jai-Alai in Week 11, the most notable came from Ron with his collection of 13 wins. Number 12 not only clinched the Golden Cesta, but he also set a new season record for the most singles wins in a week. The rising star, originally hailing from the Philippines, showcased an impressive combination of catching and lethal kill shots in a nearly flawless personal performance from the first serve of the week. He started Week 11 in 7th place overall, and his dominant play propelled him all the way up to 2nd place with a total of 32 wins. Ron now sits just 4 wins shy of the current first place total. The second tournament of the Doubles Championship Series continues to be on hold. Week 12 will be another full singles schedule at Magic City, but you can expect Drew to preview the new Tournament 2 doubles teams very soon. Shout out to this week's fantasy winners, 215 High Life, PCast, DJL50, and Rebote Rascals. These 4 contestants will each receive a USN Jack hat as well as a share of the first cash prize in the history of Fantasy Jai-Alai. Watch our weekly fantasy review on our Instagram page at Jai-Alai Channel for more details on the winning Week 11 lineup. Every week is a new chance to earn points for your fantasy team, so you can always come back to your team or join the league at any time. And remember, the cash prize of $100 sponsored by Magic City Jai-Alai will remain unlocked as long as there are 100 active league members in Week 12. Visit fantasyhighlight.com to join the league for free, draft your own fantasy team, and start winning. This week's Robote play goes to number 18, CRB. CRB entered Week 11 after displaying arguably the best highlight of his young career in Week 10. Though he struggled to produce the same lightning-in-a-bottle performance as last week, fans can always count on number 18 to maintain his composure. In typical CRB fashion, his display of unparalleled effort, heart, and determination resulted in this diving, tumbling Robote save that earned him this Robote Play of the Week.
Forehand back inside. Crossing the side wall. Perfectly CRB. Full extension dive. Doing a somersault. Unbelievable. I'm speechless, CRB. And folks, the Robote recap from last week will take us right into this Game 3. Game 3, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played up to 7 points again. All those points will double after all matchups in the first round of play. Game 3 also marks the start of that high five. Trying to make it 10 for the last 10. Good luck to anyone that played that high five. As we said, we'll get those projected payouts and see if there are any $2,000 winners coming up before the start of Game 7. Fred here serving to begin Game 3. Ice reverse there from Ben. Gets by Fred. Point 2. 2 first up on the board here in this third game. That'll bring to the court the white shirt to post 3. Here's CRB. Ben on the forehand. Goes high off the front wall. CRB goes back. Turns the Robote, gets it up off the front wall. Ben running in. He's got it up at about the 5 line. Hard forehand back inside. That will score. Point 2. Here's post 4. And for this matchup, Legend. There's Ben. Hard reverse. Robote comes out. Forehand Robote hooked into the sidewall there. Point 2. Here's post 5, the black shirt. We have El Barba. Al Barba goes over the top. There's Ben with a good catch. 10 line. Al Barba's got it now. He goes over the top. Back inside. There's Ben at the 11 line. Al Barba brings it down. Reverse this time. Ben's going to let it pass. Robote left side. Gets it up off the front wall. Al Barba charging in. And that one tipped. Point 2. Here's post 6, Juice. In and out of the cess of that one goes, point 2. Ben now 5 straight points to open up this third game. Here's post 7, Tennessee. Tennessee, powerful forehand, keeps that one to the middle of the court. There's Ben, turns the Robote. Slide 2 walls, going to bring Tennessee to the outside, all the way back at the 13. It's 3-wall play. Ben turns it back inside. Here's Tennessee now, sidearm forehand. Ben's going to wait. Robote goes to the ground. That one going to catch a piece of that overhead screen. That is out of play, point 7. In to receive now, rounding out the first round of play. Here comes purple shirt to post 8. We have Bradley. Bradley over the top. Tennessee in and out of the cesta. It goes there. Got caught along the inside. 0.8. That will do it now for the first round of play. All matchups worth 2 points through the end of the game. Here's post 1, Fred. Bradley backing up, got it at the 13, comes over the top. This is going to be a big bouncer. Gets over Fred. That one scores. 0.8. Bradley with 3 points now. Here's post 3, CRB. High bouncing serve handled by CRB, but that reversed into the top of the pad. 0.8. Straight points to a possible game point here for Bradley. He has 5. In to stop him, here's Legend. Legend on the forehand. 2-wall stays inside. Bradley brings it in. Hand on the wall, comes over the top. Legend in the front court, cuts it off. Forehand. Forehand's going to hit Legend, so that's going to be point and game for the purple shirt of post 8, Bradley. Point in a perfect game there for Bradley. No playoff here in game 3. 2's going to place, taking second. 7 shows coming in third. Unofficial order to finish there for game number 3. 8-2, 7, 8-2, and 7. Official results coming up here in just a moment. Well, there's Bradley doing his best Mark Burley impersonation there, making quick work of his competition there in game number 3, wasting no time, getting the win post 8, taking second, post 2, Ben. Coming in third, post 7, there's Tennessee. 8-2-7 is now official there for game number 3 as we wait for those prices to roll up on your screen here any moment. There is your moment, the $2 quinella. That's 2-8 or 8-2. Any order on the quinella? Let's go with quinella. $16 there off a $2 bet. The $2 try, 8-2-7, 90-40. So that's off a $2 bet there on the try as well. Going to return $90.40. Moving right along now into game number 4. Game 4. You guessed it, another spectacular 7 singles match. Again, up to 7 points we'll be playing, and all those points will still double after all matchups in the first round of play. That's what spectacular scoring means. All those points double after the first round of play. Game 4 also marks the start of that pick 3. The last of those specialty exotic wagering options here. And post time for that 4th game will be coming up in just about 6 minutes or so. We'll say about 6 minutes till we get into that 4th game here.
Remind me of Hustle City, man. Everybody got more than one gig. One stop, boy, $20.
I'm not your neighborhood Uber driver. I do luxury.
And then I have another job. I play Jai-Alai.
I have this crazy idea. Do you think we could send something out to all the ex-athletes for the last 20 years and say, we're looking to hire and train Jai-Alai players?
When I first got the email, I thought it was pranking me.
I need some clarity on this.
I went on YouTube and I Googled Jai-Alai.
I was like, Jai-Alai. They paying us, man, and we can win big money.
Let me see what this is all about.
That's what you gotta do. Get some money.
The players taking the court are all athletes you may recognize.
Baseball, football, track and field.
having to work, play Division I sport, and then I had a child on the way, so I dropped out.
The crack era was tough. Sports in general was a way out of our environment.
It's really game time now, man.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
We got the streets on fire.
This is gonna be the first time that my kids will be able to sit in the audience and root for their father.
Born and raised in Miami.
Who wants it more?
This is a sacrifice I think is going to pay off in the end.
This is a dream for me.
I gotta win.
Can't get drama better than this.
Highlight became the new hustle.
Let's get ready to play.
And that was a trailer for the award-winning documentary Magic City Hustle. It's about the start of the highlight program here at Magic City, the idea, how it all came to fruition. We only started here about 3 years ago, into the start of our third season now. So if you'd like to watch that, head to MagicCityCasino.com. Under the Highlight tab, there's a link that'll take you directly to the site, or just type MagicCityHustle.com directly into your browser. It'll take you to the same place. From there, you can make a purchase of that documentary there for $5 and enjoy it as many times as you like. I mean, that's a full-length documentary, and as we're running out of things to watch here on Netflix, I know I am, a very good thing to watch, especially if you're enjoying this highlight program. You really get to see where these guys started, maybe their motivation behind playing. It's a really good watch. A lot of emotions you can experience watching that, and just a bunch of fun as well. So Magic City Hustle, again, if you'd like to buy it, head to our website, MagicCityCasino.com, under the Highlight tab, or just type that link, MagicCityHustle.com, directly into your browser. We have just under 3 minutes now till that fourth game. Also your final opportunity to play that pick 3. And folks, with that, we're ready to get into game number 4. Game 4. Be another spectacular 7 singles match played up to 7 points. All points doubling after all those matchups in the first round of play. Game 4 marks the start of that pick 3 as well there. To begin this fourth game, serving in the red of post 1, here we have Bueno, and receiving in the blue of post 2. This last game's winner, we have Bradley. Bueno serve begins game number 4. Hard forehand play by Bradley. Bueno's got it on the forehand side. He goes back inside. Unbelievable catch there from Bradley. Here's Bueno now. Karam sails wide of the court, out of play, point 2. Two first up on the board here in this fourth game that'll bring to the court. White shirt opposed 3. Here's Tennessee. Bradley scoops it up. 8 line. Forehand to the outside. Tennessee was there. In and out of the cested went. Point 2. Here's pose 4 for this matchup. The green shirt. We have Juice. Bradley to the inside. Reverse. Cut off there by Juice at the 10 line. Hard reverse played back. Bradley reaching over his head. He's got it on the forehand. Gives him the carom with Juice on the inside. The right shot working for him. Point 2. Here's pose 5, CRB. Bradley, good catch on the left side. Reverse. Right on that sidewall. CRB makes a forehand rebote save. Bradley now at the 9 line again. Plays this to pass again. CRB comes back. That rebote hooked in the top of the pad. Point 2. And receive. Post 6, Legend. Legend gives him the soft 2-wall. Bradley's going to get there on the outside. He's up at the 6 line. Hard forehand back over the top. 3-wall play scores. Point 2. Here's post 7. Fred. Fred, reverse 2-wall. Bradley's going to get there on the outside, but lost it as he's trying to make the throw there. Point 7. It now rounding out the first round of play. Purple shirt of post 8 for this matchup. We have El Barba. On a hop, El Barba brings it in. Fred at the 11 line. Karam not cutting out. El Barba on the outside. High and hard back inside, where that will score. Point 8. That'll do it now for the first round of play. All matchups worth 2 points to the end of the game. Here's post 1, Bueno. That's an overserve. That one flew just beyond the 7 line. Point 1. Returning, here's post 3, Tennessee. That one an overserve. Point 3. Here's post 4, Juice. Point 3. Black shirt to post 5 for this matchup. Here's CRB. Tennessee, his forehand stays inside. CRB, good pickup. Rabote from Tennessee, that's a 2-wall. CRB, middle of the court now, he's got it. Goes for the carom. Going to hit in. Not wide enough there. Tennessee's got it. But his forehand missed the front wall there. Out of play, 0.5. Here's Legend in receive for this matchup. Soft forehand from Legend. CRB brings it in. Hard back to the inside. Legend's got it. Cut off on the left side. CRB passes. He's not going to get the Rabote off. 0.5 rather. CRB now with 4 points, but returning with possible game point here. Blue shirt to post 2. There's Bradley. Bradley hard inside. CRB, what a catch he's got at the 11. Bradley brings it in at the 9 line. Goes deep again. Stays just under that overhead screen. Backpedaling. CRB hits it off the front wall. Play's going to continue here. Bradley, middle of the court. Cortada, that one narrowly above the pads. Going to score for the win. That is point and game to the blue shirt of post 2, Bradley. As JR said, someone let the dogs out today, right? We'll have a playoff now for second and third place. Post 3 will serve to post 5. That's going to be Tennessee serving to CRB. This is for place and show point. Winner will take second. Loser comes in third. CRB tracks that serve down, gives a reverse. Tennessee catches it low at the 10 line. Goes back inside, where that scores. 3 takes second, 5 comes in third. Unofficial order of finish there for game 4, 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, and 5. Get the official results coming up there in just a few moments. The results there, game 4, are now official. Post 2, Bradley with the win. Post 3, Tennessee taking second. Post 5, CRB coming in third. 2, 3, 5 is now official there for game number 4. As those prices roll up on the screen, the $2 Quinella 3-2, well, 2-3 or 3-2. Any order there, $31.80. And the trifecta, 2-3-5. That's the exact order of the top 3 finishers to hit that trifecta off of $2. You're getting back just under $300, $296 even. We've got game number 5, folks, coming up next. Game 5. Kind of the start of those middle feature games here. And this performance, obviously missing a couple players with a shortened roster. You see new names in there. Carballo, Kubala, Ron. As we enter this later part of the program here, this 5th game will still be another spectacular 7 singles match. Up to 7 points again, with all points doubling after all those matchups in the first round of play. Standard wagering available in this 5th game. Win, play, show, Quinella, Exacta, Trifecta wagers are all available. And post time will be coming up in just about 6 minutes. 6 minutes till we get into that 5th game, the start of these feature games, if you will, here on this 8-game singles performance week here with a bit of a shortened roster. folks, we started off with the explanation video about how the game of Jai-Alai is played at the top of the program. Well, for those of you that may have missed it, here it is again to explain in simpler terms how this great sport is played.
The main rule of Jai-Alai is simple. Players must catch and return the ball in one fluid motion. Sounds easy enough, right? So how do you win? You can win a matchup simply if your opponent overserves, underserves, or serves the ball out of bounds. On the flip side, your opponent wins the matchup if the serve is so good that you fail to catch and return the ball to the front wall. If your opponent fails to catch the ball before it bounces twice on the ground, or if your opponent's cesta makes contact with the ball but doesn't catch it, then in both of those cases, you win the matchup. You can also win a matchup if the ball bounces around in your opponent's cesta during an attempted catch. This is called juggling, and it's illegal in Jai-Alai. Another way to win a matchup is if your opponent throws the ball and it lands out of bounds on its return from the wall. The overall game strategy for a Jai-Alai player is to make it difficult for an opponent to reach the ball in time or to execute a rebuttal play.
Couple minutes now till game number 5. While we have a few moments, let's update you on those fantasy stats for players here on the week. Notice that rolling awfully quiet in the chat there as Bradley's racked up 2 victories, 10 points here in these last 2 games, so maybe he's turned the corner here this week, who knows. But when Bradley, he gets into those streaks here when he plays and just catching everything. He crouches down on those forehands, ball's coming about 100 miles an hour right at his face, just no fear, crouches down and takes it on the forehand side. And he's playing that fearless and that loose out there, usually going to result in a lot of victories for him, as was the case in those first 2 games. So we're going to see how he fits in with, he's got Ron, Kubala, Carballo coming up in these games, as well as you got Tennessee, you got Ben, you got Bueno. So it's going to be tough, pretty salty bunch, as Paulie would say, here in these later games, starting in game number 5. Taking a look here at the other fantasy numbers on the week, updating the winner there for that 4th game we just got into. We'll give CRB his place points here. So now we are updated through that 4th game. So in the lead on the week, Bueno's played in a couple extra games compared to Ron here. So Bueno actually in the lead for fantasy points. He has 33. That's followed by Ron, who is in 2nd place with 27. And rounding out the top 3 for fantasy, only guys that have eclipsed the 20-point mark this week, there's El Barba coming in 3rd place. We talked about El Barba for fantasy. A guy that, just continues to rack up the points. In a lot of those entries, when we write that fantasy recap video every day, seems to be El Barba is the guy that makes the difference there every week. People tend to avoid him, and one person goes on a limb and takes him, and he's just continued to rack up the points. So not a bad fantasy play, El Barba there, and certainly paying off here again in this week number 12. We got Scott Savin joining us in the booth. I heard some panting there in the in the headset. Not as much as the last time we had to come back down here when we made some.
I was running from the printing press, Andrew, because if they win this high five one more time, I don't know what I'm running out of ink to print these dollars that we're giving away.
Yeah,
2,000 at a time. It's a lot to print.
Sure. Absolutely there. We saw that was just under 1,600 bet into it. Bradley taking the first 2 legs of that high five. So we're all pretty on top of, those winning combinations. I would say that's a pretty good start to those bettors out there for the high five, getting Bradley in those first 2 legs.
Yeah, it's a chalky, as they say in betting terminology. It's a chalky start. So we'll see what happens the rest of the way. But sometimes you got to root for those multiple winners so that the thing does carry over, even though it is the best bet in sports. And
yeah, absolutely,
the players
best
are recognizing that.
Yeah, so we talked about, numbers-wise, someone asked what were the odds of actually hitting a pick 5, and we talked about it. It was over 32,000 to 1, over 32,000 to 1 to hit it. And talking to a pretty trusted source here with the Pi 5s and Pick 5s, they're saying that with this lineup here, it's about 900 or 1,000 to 1 now with new odds. So think of it that way. It's about 5 to 10 times easier. This is coming from a trusted source on numbers here. 5 to 10 times easier to hit it today, maybe compared to some other days. So, as we're saying, very good day to hit it. It's been hit the last 10 performances, last 9 performances. So we'll see if it goes here again. But we've got game number 5. Before that, let's get right into that. Game 5, another spectacular 7 singles match to start of these pseudo-feature games here. The second half of this performance will be playing it up to 7 points. All points doubling after all matchups in the first round. Here's Bueno, red at post 1, serving to Juice. Blue shirt at post 2. Bueno serve there begins game number 5. Juice's 2-wall sticks inside. Hard reverse. Missed by Juice, point 1. 1 first up on the board here in this 5th game. Bring to the court the white shirt at post 3. Here's Ben. Bueno on the forehand. Goes for the carom again. Ben on the move. He's got the speed. He's going to get there on the outside. Ben fires the carom from the outside. Not enough speed on that, but Bueno missed it there. Point 3. And for this matchup, green shirt at post 4, we have Carballo. Ben picks that at the 9 line. Carballo backpedaling, stops there at the 6 line, turns that rebote. Ben reaches out, he's got it on the forehand. Takes a bounce off that sidewall, comes back middle of the court. Carballo hard reverse. Ben now goes deep. Rebote forehand, comes back middle of the court. Ben over his head makes a nice grab. And that one, I'm going to say, was juggled by Ben. Juggling at the call there on Ben, point 4. Here's post 5 now. For this matchup, we have Tennessee. Point 4. And for this matchup, yellow shirt at post 6, we have Bradley. Bradley hard over the top. Here's Carballo in the middle of the court. Carballo, good pickup there at the 10 line. Hard reverse. Bradley's going to stop there at the 9. Goes back for that rebote and digs it out. Carballo in the middle of the court. Hard over the top. Cut off from Bradley. Reverse. Catches a piece of that sidewall back to the middle of the court. Carballo over the top. Gets by Bradley first time around. Hangs with it there, but missed it. Point 4. Here's post 7, the pink shirt. We have Kubala. Good stop on the left side there from Kubala. Kubala there at the 9 line. Hard forehand rebote turn. Kubala thought about it. Gets it on the back end. Lays it up off the front wall. High bouncer. Comes out. 7 line. There's Carballo hard back inside. Kubala waits on it again. Turns that rebote. Quick bounce Carballo. Cortada. Stopped by Kubala. 9 line. Goes deep with that reverse. It's right along the side wall. Carballo just flicks it up there. There's Carballo back over the top. Right off that side wall, crossing at the 9 line, is going to score point 7. Here's post 8 now, rounding out the first round of play. We have Ron Ron. Hard reverse from Ron Ron. Good catch by Kubal at the 10 line. This one's going to pass. Rebote forehand. Turn back inside. Kubal running it down. Gets the rebote up off the front wall. Ron Ron, great catch. Brings it down. There's Kubala, 8 line, charging in. And that rebote catches a piece of that overhead screen a little too hard. Point 7. That will do it now for the first round of play. All matchups were 2 points at the end of the game. Here's post 2. Returning, we have Juice. Forehand missed by Juice, 0.7. And Kabbalah there now with 4 points. Returning, here's post 1, Bueno. Kabbalah there at the 9 line. Big reverse, Bueno backpedaling, stops there at the 7 line. That one right along the sidewall, barely above the pad, will score. 0.1. Here's post 3 returning. White shirt, we have Ben. That's a strong reverse there from Ben. Bueno all the way back, gets assessed on it, turns it at the 5 line. Ben hangs in there, goes deep with that reverse. Rebote, forehand. Turned back to the inside, picked off nicely. Good catch there from Ben right off that side wall. And that one tipped by Bueno, 0.3. Here's post 5, in for this matchup, Tennessee. Tennessee backed up all the way to the 13 line. Is 3-wall play. Ben waits middle of the court, turns it back to the inside. Tennessee, good adjustment there, takes it low on the forehand. Plays back to the middle of the court, Ben takes it out of the air. Forehand back inside. Rebote missed by Tennessee, 0.3. Possible game point here for Ben. Playing out of post 3, he has 5 points hit to stop him. Here's Bradley, post 6. That serve's going to do it for the win. That is point and game to the white shirt of post 3, Ben. 7 takes second here. We'll have a playoff now to determine show point. That is third place. Post 4, Carballo serves post 1. That's going to be Bueno. Carballo on the forehand, gives him the carom. Bueno caught it, tried to get it off as he was falling down. 4 will show. That's Carballo there taking third. Unofficial order to finish for Game 5, 3, 7, 4, 3, 7, and 4. We'll get those official results here coming up momentarily.
A little shuffling of the mix there, seeing Ben come out on top. It's usually Ron, Kubala, Carballo. Carballo, Kubala, Ron.
Right, they've taken a majority of those games, 5 through 7 here, the last 3 legs of the high 5. Coming in there with Ben. Who knows what's going to happen? I mean, we thought maybe a couple times you would be safe there. I mean, Legend came in one of those games, earlier games. I think it was Game 3 yesterday. Someone still had that combination, but we'll see what happens here. We'll get those projected payouts, as we said before the start of game number 7. We'll see if someone will have All 5 numbers alive and the only ticket. Let's get those game 5 prices before. 374 was the official result. Post 3, Ben with the win. First win of the week for Ben also. Kind of a surprise there. He's been playing well, just hasn't been able to convert that into a W. 5 places for him, so first win of the week. Nicely done for him. Post 7, Kubala taking second. Post 4, Carballo coming in third. 374 is official there. The $2 Quinella, that's 3-7 or 7-3. 54.60 is the payout off of a $2 bet there. The $2 try, 374, 258.20. Consolation there in the win. If you no one had the 3 to win there, so if you had the 7 to win, that's Kubala. Return $9.88. Up next, we have game number 6. Game 6. You guessed it, folks. Another spectacular 7 singles match. Again, we'll be going up to 7 points. All points doubling after those matchups in the first round of play. You see the entries there on your screen. Standard wagering available here for Game 6. But a big game for that Pick 3, High 5, and the Mighty Ocho. The 6th game will close out that Pick 3. So you'll see those projected prices coming up here in just a few moments. Post time will be coming up in just about 5 minutes. 5 minutes until game number 6.
What I'm hoping to accomplish in the 2020 season is to come in top 3 again, both in singles and in doubles. My game plan going into 2020 season is to be as meticulous as possible. I have to find a way to find little subtle things about each and every person on the roster that I can exploit to my advantage. And I can say that because they have to do the same thing. I feel like I got the ability to do it. I've definitely put in the work. Unfortunately, that doesn't always mean success, but that's what I'm going to strive for. So that is the goal, and I think that's everybody's goal because everybody wants to, get in the bonus money. And it is kind of like something to hang your hat on, to be able to say that, hey, I was able to be, a top 3 in singles or a top 3 in doubles. So that's definitely something that I strive for.
Outside placement from Poole. Macier goes back for the rebote, diving, and that's a 2-ball, and lands just in. That will score.
In from the 4 line. Outside placement stopped by Willow. Willow plays it back. Bueno, what a rebote save on the left side. Stopped on the forehand of Jin. What a beautiful rebote. Jin on the run, 2 bounces, scores. Back to the inside, Carballo goes. Douglas with the blind save.
Wow.
Just lobbed it up under his arm.
Man.
Rebote thrown beautifully. Antelope gets out of the way. Rebote's back up. What a fine effort. This is a 2-ball. El Barba on the run. And it scores. Carballo picks the serve. Here's the reverse. That is a diving save by CRB. Somehow gets rid of it in time without holding it. Here's Anderluck. Carballo diving save. What a fantastic rebote thrown by Carballo. Diving save. It's up. It's in. It's scored.
Wow.
That's why you never give up.
Big left side takes an interesting hop, goes to the outside. There's Douglas. First play back to the inside. High bouncer. Carballo waits for it.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Rebote save.
Carballo's there. Sidearm carom, split placement. Kubala up at the 5 line. Willow, that's in play. That is absolutely in play.
And folks, the top 10 rebotes there from 2019 season will take us right into this game number 6. Game 6 will be another spectacular 7 singles match here, played up to 7 points. It's points doubling after all matchups in the first round of play. Here serving in the red at post 1, we have Kubala. Oh boy, Kubala Carballo. And receiving into blue post 2, there's Carballo. Kubala serve there begins game number 6. Kubala at the 9 line. Catch plays a nice reverse. Rebote comes out. Forehand over the top. Kubala now plays for the picada, looking for a big bounce. Carballo cuts it off. Gives him the carom. That scores. Great shot, point 2. 2 first up on the board here in this 6th game that I'll bring to the court. White shirt to post 3, we have Bueno. That's an overserve. That one flew beyond the 7 line, point 3. Here's post 4 for this matchup. We have Bradley. Hard reverse at the 11 line. Bueno's got it on the forehand. Here's Bradley now. 12 line. Goes sidearm. That's cut off from Bueno. Up at the 8 line. Goes high off the front wall. Bradley's going to let this one pass. Rebote left side. Turn to the outside. Bueno's there. Cuts it off. Karam from the outside. Bradley's got the speed. Picks it off. Cortada. 3-wall play. Whatever. That's working for Bradley. Point 4. Here's post 5, Legend. Legend goes high off the front wall. Rebote again there. Turned by Bradley outside. Legend's got it. Off a quick bounce, he goes hard back to the inside. Bradley, scoop attempt missed there. Point 5. Here's post 6, Ben. At Rebote, they're right along the side wall, turn from Legend. Slow bouncer, Ben handles in the middle of the court there, 7 line. Hard forehand. Good adjustment by the last second. Legend got it on the forehand. Passes Ben. Rebote left side. Played to the middle of the court. Legend charging it. That one going to be tipped, point 6. Here's post 7, the pink shirt. We have Ron Ron. Ben, 10 line. Hard reverse. Ron Ron lets it pass. Digs out the Rebote. Sends it a little too high into the overhead screen. Out of play. Point 6. Serve there, missed by Tennessee, point 6. That will do it here for the first round of play. All matchups are worth 2 points through the end of the game. Returning, here's post 1, Kubala. Big reverse from Kubala. Ben all the way up at the 7. Lays it up off the front wall. Kubala reaches high, brings it down. Forehand played to Ben. That one tipped at the 10 line, point 1. Here's post 2, Carballo. Kubala turns a 2-wall rebote. What a grab by Carballo. That's going to hit Kubala all the way up there at the 3 line. Kind of overthrew it. Carballo tried to run it down. Heck of an effort to even get it up off the front wall. This point's going to go to Kubala, though, post 1. Making his own highlight reel there of just those catches and throws. Returning here's post 3, Bueno.
Yeah, I got to pipe in because that ain't your mama's highlight.
Forehand rebote from Bueno. Kubala handles, lays it up back to the inside. That reverse. 2-wall from Bueno. Sails wide of the court. That's out of play. Point 1.
I know we have a lot of old school fans, but that's new school highlight there. I mean, Carballo does things on the court that nobody ever did before. So they can say what they want, but it's pretty special.
Absolutely there. And Kubala now with game point. He's got 6 in to stop him. Post 4, Bradley. Kubala lets this one pass, hangs with the rebote, sticks it in the pad. That pad's still bad, though, even if it sticks there. Point 4.
It's a sticky pad. And the game goes on, Andrew.
Game will continue now here with Legend receiving out of post 5. Bradley there, 3 points. Bradley, scoop attempt missed there, point 5. Returning here's post 7, Ron. Forehand rebote, escape to the outside, point 7. Ron on the board now with 2 points. Here's post 8, Tennessee. Tennessee, great catch there, picking it off the side wall. Plays a big reverse there. Ron turns that rebote up at the 6 line. It's a 2-wall save from Tennessee. That's going to score point 8. Tennessee on the board, 2 points. Returning here's Ben, post 6. Rebote left side, turned hard by Tennessee, sending Ben outside, where that one will score, point 8. Returning here's Carballo for this matchup, blue shirt to post 2. 2 all by Tennessee. He goes to the ground. There's Carballo, middle of the court. Hard forehand. Crossing the side wall. Great catch from Tennessee at the 10 line. Plays this reverse back. Rabote turned hard to the outside. Tennessee's got it on the forehand. 3-wall play. Carballo sets up in the middle of the court. Rabote turned hard. There's Tennessee now. Carballo turns that Rabote back inside. Missed it first time round. Good thing Carballo ducked. It's all good. Point 2. Here's post 3. 1-0. Turns that forehand Rabote. That's Carballo all the way up at the 5. There's Bueno. Goes back. Gets it up. Narrowly under. Well, they're going to say that caught a piece of that overhead screen. Did there catch a piece. Point 2. This is game point, folks. Carballo with 5 points. Kubala returns with 6. Game cannot be played beyond this point. Opens up with a strong reverse by Kubala. Forehand Rabote turned. Middle of the court. Quick release there from Carballo on the forehand. Kubala goes back, turns it back inside. Cut off up at the 8 line. Carballo, hard reverse. Kubala gets a cesta on it, lays it up off the front wall, where that one will score for the win. That is point and game. Red shirt of post 1, Kubala. No playoff here. 2 places, getting second, and 8 comes in third.
And that, my friends, is Magic City Jai-Alai at its best, Andrew. I love games like that.
Great game there, and you got a game point to close it out, too, between 2 of those feature game guys. Good way to close it out there. As we said, Kubala with the win, post 1, taking second there. Post 2, Carballo coming in third, post 8, Tennessee. That is now official. 1, 2, 8 is now official there for that 6th game as we wait for those prices. They'll be rolling up on your screen now any moment. There are your prices there for game number 6, the $2 pick 3. I should know by now not to start with the pick 3. It always flashes away. Let's go with the $2 Quinella 1-2 or 2-1. That's any order. Could add the 2 on top. That's $11.40 the return there off of a $2 bet. The $2 try 1-2-8. The exact order finish at the top 3, $2.55 even. And there's that pick 3. Not a bad payout on the pick 3. 2-3-1. The combination there. Those are the winners there. Games 4, 5, and 6. The 2-1 game 4. The 3-1 game number 5. Post 1 there taking game 6. 3 of 3 returns $4.6240 off of a $2 bet. Up next, we have game number 7, folks. Game 7, that all-important 7th game. Another spectacular 7 singles match, but more importantly, closes out that high 5. We'll see if anybody is still alive there for 5 of 5 numbers. We'll be pretty surprised if someone is still on the board there. There were a couple 2 out of 3s in that pick 3, but you never know. I mean, we said that a couple times here, and it's been hit 9 of the last 9 performances for 5 out of 5. We'll see if maybe there are multiple winners, or if there are 1 winner left. We'll see that there any moment. That 7th game coming up in just about 6 minutes. 6 minutes till we get into game number 7.
My favorite part about playing professional Jai-Alai is probably the free Gatorades and free waters. My favorite part about being a professional Jai-Alai player, when I play, my mind is so clear. It's really the only time that I'm able to focus on just one thing. It's very exhilarating and exciting, and I love exercise, and I love to be competitive. It just feels like I'm finally getting to do what I want to do every day.
You're a sportsman, aren't you? Sort of. You like Jai-Alai?
I like the way it's spelled.
Me too. Yeah, with a J. How'd that get in there?
I can handle your workload without any help. Andy Glam, former J. Crew employee. Dr. Dante Octavarius, seahorse breeder.
That kid is hot tonight.
He better be. I got him wheeled in the trifecta.
Shunk Dunkirk, incontinent high-lie instructor. Incontinent high-lie instructor? Incontinent high-lie instructor. All right, I'm calling it.
I'm trying out a new persona. I'm club owner and high-lie enthusiast, Barry Mexico.
What a fun and lazy character name. Was it your first thought?
You know it. Barry Mexico gets down to business.
And folks, so as you all know, we've been saying that U.S. National Highlight Championship has been postponed, but the good people here at Magic City, well, obviously we don't want us to go through any highlight withdrawal next week when that was scheduled. So we've been working hard to put together something really cool for you all, and now we can give you a little more details. We told you a couple days ago we had 3 words. It was an exhibition doubles duel, but we got Scott here to explain a little more details of exactly what's going to be going on next Saturday night.
Yeah, the main thing, Andrew, is everybody needs to tune in next Saturday night. A week from Saturday, we know you're going to go through most of next week without any highlight, but we're going to have something very special for you next Saturday night. Calling it the doubles duel. It is going to be a doubles tournament. There's going to be a few rounds involved. There'll be a knockout round followed by some partidos, and there's going to be an interactive component for all of our fans who are used to playing the fantasy highlight. I know you're going to be telling them that there's going to be a fantasy component and some money on the line, so a lot of fun for all of our fans, and the players are going to go out there and you're going to see really some amazing doubles play. There's only 5 teams that are playing in this, and we'll let you know the teams. I guess you can...
Yeah, we got the teams here right now, and that's someone was clamoring for a little bit more of those partidos and doubles play here, so we got it all covered here for you at Magic City. So we'll give you these these pairings here. So backcourt, one of the teams here, you got Ben in the back with Carballo in the front. That's gonna be a great team. All these teams here are going to be really good. Next pairing here, you got Tennessee in the back with Kubala in the front. Ron in the backcourt with Legend in the front court. Then you have Bradley in the backcourt with Bueno in the front. And then the last pairing there, you have 5 teams. You have Jedden in the backcourt with Anderluck in the front. So you got a couple of guys that are usually playing backcourt that are going to move up to the front, maybe more of their more natural positions. So you're really going to see some great doubles play there. That's going to be really exciting.
Yeah, we can promise you that you're going to see something very special a week from Saturday night. These guys are going to be, not that they're not giving you 110% every day, every game, but you're going to see about 150% next Saturday night because they've been itching to play this way, and we've got 10 of our best players for sure going out there and mixing it up. And as Andrew said, with Anderluck in front and Kubala in front and Carballo playing front court, and of course Bueno, who's accomplished in the front court.
Yeah, we've already seen what he can do up there. Absolutely.
You're just going to see some amazing play, and you really have some super exciting players in the front court with a bunch of anchors in the backcourt, guys like Ben and Tennessee who aren't going to drop it, and Ron. So they're going to mix it up, and as I said, there'll be some money on the line for our players, which we'll talk about, but there's going to be this interactive component for all the fans.
Yeah, and Scott said we're working on that interactive component, probably going to be on that Fantasy Highlight site, the same website there we got going for you all. And we're going to have some sort of component so you guys can play along and potentially win some cash like you can in that fantasy game. And someone asking here, what time would that be next Saturday night? I believe that is 8 p.m. We're going to start with the highlight.
Yeah, the highlight will start at 8 o'clock in that first round, which we're calling a knockout round, where one team will be eliminated. But you may want to tune in a little early. We'll start at 7:30. We'll go over the rules, the player introductions, figure out who's going to be playing out of which post in the first round. Because the first round will be a traditional rotation style. And then after one team is knocked out and we go to 4 teams, then we'll be playing a semifinal and a final, which will be partidos.
Right, so it's going to be round robin there, and we'll have 5 teams. So the first team, the last team that to reach 7 points, well, actually that last team won't reach 7 points. The first 4 teams to get to 7, or however many points they're going to be playing for, those 4 will advance, and they'll be seeded based on how they finish. So the first team to get a number of points they need to advance to that partido stage will be the number 1 seed, and then the last team to advance, the final team, will be the 4th seed, and then it goes in order there, so the first team gets that number 1 seed. That's how that will work. 0 minutes here till we get into game number 7. We'll let you know about that interactive component here as we get later in the week. But let's finish out the high five here. A couple of numbers still alive there. We saw the 5 and the 6 had $2,000 on the line, and then the 3 for Carballo had multiple winners there. So let's see if someone can get 5 out of 5 again here as we'll get into game number 7.
Yeah, I'm tired with this printing press, Andrew. My arms hurt, and it's hard to make this money. So we'll see what happens.
We will see what happens here. Game 7 will be, as we said, a spectacular 7 singles match. Played up to 7 points. All those points double after all matchups in the first round of play. To begin here, serving in red at post 1, there's El Barba. Receiving in the blue at post 2, we have Bradley. El Barba serve there begins game number 7. The Cortada. Brought in by El Barba. His reverse. Passes Bradley. Rebote save up off the front wall. El Barba charging in, brings it in on a quick bounce. Almost. Point 2. Receive now white shirt to post 3. There's Carballo. Hard reverse. Bradley up in the front court. Takes it on the forehand. Lays it up softly there. Carballo charges. Hard reverse. Scores. Point 3. Three now serves green shirt to post 4 for this matchup. We have CRB. Rebote forehand. Middle of the court there. CRB's got it. Goes for the carom. Just catches the top of the pad. Knew it too. Point 3. Here's post 5, the black shirt. We have Ron Ron. Rebote forehand. Ron Ron tried to pick it there off the sidewall. Just tipped it. Point 3. Here's post 6, Kubawa. Turns that rebote hard, where it's missed by Kubawa there at the 8 line. Point 3. It now pink shirt to post 7. We have Ben. Big reverse there from Ben. Carballo comes back for the rebote. Turns it to the inside. Ben's got it. Catches a piece of that sidewall. Ben in the middle of the court. His forehand going to keep it to the middle of the court. Carballo, quick release. It's 2-all, not cutting out, but will score. Point 3. And receive now, rounding out the first round of play. Purple shirt to post 8. There's Bueno. Corral trying to go outside with it, not outside enough. There's Bueno. His forehand. Plays back inside. Tracking it down. There's Bueno. It's rebote up off the front wall. Quick release again on that forehand. Bueno with a great stop. Forehand. Picked up again there. Bueno delivers a reverse at the 8 line. Forehand. Back inside. Bueno. Right side now. This one passing. Carballo there just does get it up. Back inside. That one will score. Great point played by these two. 0.8. And receive now, post 1, El Barba. Bueno in the front court. Tipped it at the 7 line, point 1. El Barba now at 2 points. Here's post 2. We have Bradley. El Barba waits, diving, gets it up there on the forehand rebote. Bradley at the 11, his cortada. That narrowly above the pad. El Barba's there to stop it. 11 line, delivers a nice reverse. Diving back for the forehand rebote. Gets out of the way, El Barba slides in there. Rebote comes out, turned by Bradley. That one goes outside. El Barba. Forehand save back inside. Bradley over the top, looking for a big bounce. El Barba's going to wait for the rebote. That's going to hit and score. Point 1. Here's post 4 now to receive for this matchup. Post green shirt, or CRB. Rebote turned outside. CRB picks it off. CRB goes back. Rebote narrowly keeps it under that overhead screen. High bouncer brings El Barba back to the 11 line. Over the top, his forehand stays inside. CRB runs back for it. Gets it up there once again. That scores for El Barba, point 1. Possible game point now for El Barba. He has 6 points in to stop him. This guy, yep, El Barba. It is Ron, post 5. Low runner inside. Sneaks under, assess to that, scores 0.5. Game continues here. Post 5, Ron on the board with 2 points, serving Bala post 6. Forehand rebote, turn back inside. Ron backing up to the 9 line. Low runner, rebote comes shooting out. There's Kubala with the save. Cuts it off low. Up at the 6 line, the quick trigger on the outside placement again gets him. 0.5. Returning, here's post 7, Ben. Ron, 8 line. That's a big reverse. Rebote out. Ben ran out of space there to take it on the left side. 0.5. Here we go, folks. Game point here. Ron with 6 points. Here's Carballo returning with 5. This is game point. Cannot be played beyond this point. Carballo, good catch off a tough serve from Ron. He's got it on the forehand. Back to the inside. Scoop attempt miss. Goes back for it. Saves it on that rebote. Diving save. Goes outside. Full extension dive to keep it alive. That is point and game for post 5 Ron. What an exciting point to close it out. Wasn't a long one, but an exciting point there. Ron gets the win. No playoff here. Post 1 taking second. Post 3, Carballo's going to come in third. 5-1-3 is now official for this 7th game. Whew, taking a breath there. High fives gone again, but I mean,
more green ink. More green ink. I'll see you this afternoon.
But you couldn't have asked for a better way to close it out. You got 2 of the top guys playing that final point. And again, it's so nasty. I mean, these guys are saying in the chat every time Ron throws that outside, it's just a quick trigger, and you have no clue. I mean, usually I said to you in the headset here, you can tell when most guys are winding up to throw their shots. I mean, there's a little movement, their foot movement, anything, but Ron on that outside placement, it's just so quick. You have no idea it's coming there. And Carballo, even a full extension dive with his speed, couldn't get there.
No, it's outstanding, and you're right. He does not tip the outside placement at all.
No, not
Here we go again, Andrew. High five.
So $2,000 there going on the high five. We'll give you the official result there for Game 7. 5-1-3. Post 5, Ron with the win. Post 1, El Barba taking second. And post 3, that's a funny. Post 3, Carballo coming in third. Brian D. Stu's not coming back. He's just taking that $2,000 to the bank every time and cashing it in.
Look at that win, 24-60.
24-60 to win on Ron there.
On Ron. All right, I'll let you give the prices.
24-60. That's off of $2. Scott's saying so. Don't know if that's a hedge on Ron or not there, but someone may have hedged other players to get that price up for Ron. 24-60 regardless. Still a nice payout for him. The high five, 8-2-3-1-5. Those are the 5 winners from games 3 through 7. Pays back $2,000. $2,000, that's 10 of 10. 10 times in a row. The Quinella 1-5 or 5-1, $26.80 off of $2. And that trifecta, 5-1-3, $118 even.
Well, that was exciting, and now I need to find a second job, Andrew, to pay for the these high fives we keep giving away, but it's all right. It's all right.
It's the picking has been unbelievable by the public this week there, and it goes again, 10th time in a row there. We said, I mean, the odds of hitting 1, about 32,000 to 1 there. 10 in a row is just, we're getting into the billions and trillions of combinations of unlikelihood there. So congratulations to a lucky winner there, $2,000. And now we have the finale here on this Friday matinee performance. Game number 8 will be that Superfecta 9-point singles match. Spectacular 9 scoring here to close it out for you. This game will be played up to 9 points instead of 7. All those points will still double after all matchups in the first round of play. Standard wagering available in this 8th game. Plus, you got that Superfecta wager available. Similar to that trifecta, except you got to get the top 4 finishers in the exact order. So there's a 10-cent bet on that to let you cover a little more combinations. And post time there for game number 8. Coming up here in just about 5 minutes. 5 minutes till the finale here on this Friday. Matinee performance of Live Jai-Alai in the Magic City. And folks, this is the 8th and final game that will feature Spectacular 9 scoring. What exactly are the differences between Spectacular 7 and Spectacular 9? Well, this video will clear up any of those differences for you. Have a look.
Spectacular 9 singles games are played with 8 players. Each player wears a different color jersey numbered 1 through 8 on the front. These numbers are traditionally referred to as post numbers. Post numbers are used to signify the order in which the athletes will play in a game. These numbers are also used for betting purposes. Don't be confused by the numbers on the back of our jerseys. Those are just for fun. Each game begins when the player in the post 1 red jersey serves to the player in the post 2 blue jersey. The served ball must land between the 4 and 7 lines marked on the court's side wall. If the ball lands between those lines, the serve is good and play continues until one of those two players wins that matchup. The player who loses the matchup exits the court and waits for his next turn at the end of the rotation. It's important to note that every game has 2 rounds. The first 7 matchups in a game make up round 1. Each matchup in round 1 is worth 1 point. Round 2 refers to all matchups that take place after the 7th and final matchup of round 1. The number of matchups in round 2 varies from game to game. And in round 2, each matchup is worth 2 points. The first player to earn 9 points wins the game.
The Jai-Alai Channel piping in there, say Magic City's bettors defy the odds. Congrats to the high 5 jackpot winner. As we said there, in the likelihood, 32,000. 1 in 32,000. If you do it mathematically, that's given all posts being of equal competition there. And as we said, it's probably a little less this week given the players. We had a source there say it's about 900 to 1 or 1,000 to 1 this week, but still, those are ridiculous odds and people are still hitting it, so maybe even less than that.
It's crazy. Look, Stu had always told me how smart the bettors are. We've got people running algorithms and and it's true, and it's amazing the frequency they're hitting this thing with. But my God, share the wealth a little, friends. Whoever's got this thing figured out, tell your friends and neighbors, and instead of 2,000, so you'll each make a few hundred and spread it around a little bit here.
Spread
or at least
the
let the pot grow so it gets up to 5, 6, 7,000. Then it gets really exciting. Then you can use the algorithms.
Right, exactly there. And as we said, it was about 1,700 was bet into that high 5 today. So it's people keep hitting it 10 of 10, and
it's great.
Just wild, just absolutely wild there. And we say, jokingly, we say it is probably. We say it's the best bet in the country, but seriously, odds-wise, numbers-wise, how much we've given out for the amount of performances, that has to be the best bet maybe in the world.
It is the best, probably.
Jackpot
but in sports
bet,
wagering today, it's the best bet.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So come back at 4 o'clock and try
Come
and do
back
it
at
again.
4 o'clock.
Exactly.
Start getting those combinations ready for the high 5. We always guarantee at least $2,000 to the winner, so you know what? You have your chance at $2,000 more this afternoon.
Even the Ocho's working its way up. I see there's some $96 combos in the Ocho and 19, 24, 48. So the Ocho's working its way up. We got that $2,000 guarantee going with the Ocho as well. Right. And hopefully it'll get up to that number, and we'll see some money going that way as well. But this is exciting. It really is. And we joke around a lot, and of course, it's tough to keep sending that money out the door. But it's okay. We're going to keep doing it. People say, how long are we going to do it? We're going to keep doing it. So
we're going to keep it going.
Keep tuning in. Keep playing the high 5.
As long as you guys are tuning in and playing the high 5, we'll be here.
Yeah, build that fantasy. How many people playing fantasy this week?
Fantasy this week, we had 124 people were playing fantasy that week, jumped 20% from last week.
That's awesome. So let's go. Let's build that up to 200 so we can raise the cash giveaway there. And next Saturday night, I'm not going to say it again, it'll be Andrew talking to you this afternoon and tomorrow. A week from Saturday, the interactive component. You're going to go on, you're going to pick a team, I believe, one of the doubles teams through your fantasy, and then you're going to be predicting the score of the final partido, and should be $250 on the line with that. And we're going to give it away that night, right then and there. Andrew's going to give it away live.
Right there. Live on the Jai-Alai Channel here. Absolutely there. And now a minute till we get into this 8th game. And Scott talked about that interactive component for that exhibition doubles duel we got going on next Saturday night. Start tuning in there at 7:30. Games will begin at 8 o'clock. And we'll give you more details on that. The next performance here, we got game number 8. That's Superfecta 9-point singles match to close it out here. This 8th game will be played up to 9 points instead of 7, with all points still doubling after all those matchups. In the first round of play to begin here, serving in the red at post 1, we have El Barba, and receiving the blue at post 2, there's CRB. El Barba at the 9 line. Reverse. Caught low by CRB. Catches a piece of that sidewall. Scooped up there from El Barba. 3-wall play. CRB missed a forehand rebote, 0.1. One first up on the board here in this 8th game. Bring to the court. White shirt to post 3. There's Bueno. Bueno hard forehand. Stopped by El Barba at the 12 line. That one's going to score. Point one. Here's post 4, the green shirt, Bradley, in to receive for this matchup. Bradley looking for the big bounce to Picata. El Barba goes up and brings it in. Showing off the hops there. Bradley on the move. Turns the rebote. Back to the middle of the court. El Barba now. Cortada. Bradley had it there for a second. Trickling out of his cesta. Point one. El Barba now 3 straight points to open up this 8th game. It now Blackshirt to post 5. Kubala. High bouncing rebote, turn hard back inside. Kubala reaches out, stops it on the left side. Rebote to the outside, turn just above the pad. Kubala's got it low. Back inside, he backs up. Good stop on the quick bounce. There's El Barba back inside. Kubala waits. Turns the 2-wall, lands just short of that front wall. Point one. In receive, yellow shirt to post 6. We have Ron. El Barba at the 9 line. Hard reverse back to the inside. That one right along the side wall, scores. Point. El Barba, it's a superfecta game. That's only 5. That you got a couple more to go here. You got wondering what he was doing. All right, we got 5 points now. You got to win 2 more. You got to win 3 more points actually to get a clean sweep here. You got Carballo playing on a post 7. Serve in and out. Carballo cesta, point one. El Barba now 6 points. And to stop him for this matchup, rounding out the first round of play, here's Ben. Rebote comes way out. Karam Rebote scores. Point 7. This game's up to 9 points, folks, so all points are now doubled. That gives El Barba a possible game point now with 7. In to stop him, post 2. There's CRB. El Barba tipped that one, middle of the court. Game continues here, point 2. Two now on the board, 2 points. Here's post 3. The white shirt, we have Bueno. Robote left side. CRB gets it just above the pad. Bueno charging in. Missed it there up at the 6 line. Point 2. Here's post 4. Bradley. Sidearm forehand back inside. CRB thought about it. Gets the forehand Robote up on the back end. And that's going to score there. Point 2. Two now 6 points. Here's post 5, Kubala. Robote left side into that overhead screen, out of play, point 5. Here's post 6 returning, Ron. Robote left side, lands just wide. That's out of play, point 6. In for this matchup, post 7, Carballo. Forehand to the outside. Carballo takes it out of the air. Cortada. Stopped by Ron at the 9 line. Gives a reverse 2-wall. That's going to score. Point 6. In receive post 8, here's Ben. Robote left side, turned hard there by Ron. Ben at the 9 line, he's got it. Reverse, back to the inside. Ron cuts it off. That scores, point 6. Ron now with 6 points, but returning with possible game point here, post 1, El Barba. He has 7 points. Barba, good catch off that serve. Play to the corner of the front wall. Robote comes out. Ron turns it hard back to the inside where he picks it up there. 10 line. Robote comes way out. Turned it hard to the outside. There's El Barba, his forehand. Had the inside. Ron's got it on the outside. And that's going to score there for Ron, point 6. Possible game point now for Ron, post 6. He has 8 points. And to stop him, post 3, Bueno. Robote out. Ron. Going to the ground to make that save. That's going to get by Bueno to score for the win. That is point and game. Yellow shirt of post 6, Ron. No playoff here in this 8th game. 1 takes second, 2 comes in third, and 5 takes the quad. Unofficial order of finish there for game 8, 6-1, 2-5. 6-1, 2, and 5. Get the official results here coming up momentarily. Unfortunate way to end that. I mean, great 8th game to close it out there. That point between Ron and El Barba. I mean, you feel for El Barba there. He had legitimately the entire court, and he just plays it right to the corner of that front wall. The only bounce it could go right back to Ron. I mean, he was up in the front court, had little time to react. Just tough one to see there. But Ron, give him credit there. Gets that point and then closes out the game, gives him the win there. In game number 8, results are official. Post 6, Ron with the win. Post 1, El Barba still comes in second. Post 2, CRB taking third there in that Superfecta game. Nice finish for him. And post 5, Kubala takes the quad. 6-1, 2-5, official there for the 8th and final game of this Friday matinee performance. Let's start with the Ocho. Mighty Ocho, 6-8-8, 2-3-1, 5-6. That's the combination. All those numbers are the winners from each of the 8 games played today. 5 of 8 numbers returns $24. At 10-cent super, 6-1-2-5. Pretty nice payout, 163.72. That 10-cent super there, the Superfecta is the top 4 finishers in the exact order, and 10 cents pays out a little over 160 there. The $2 Quinella, 1-6 or 6-1 returns $18.20 off of $2, and that trifecta 6-1-2, 338.60. I'll give you a couple numbers here. Let's look at the overall standings before we close out this matinee performance here. So, taking a look, Ron just continuing to open up that lead. Added a couple of wins there. I think he added 2 victories. Let's take a look overall. You added 2 wins here in his play today in the matinee, so gives him 39 wins on the season. He is now 5 ahead of Douglas, who is in second place with 34. Bueno sneaks up into third place. He's extending that lead over third place now to 3 games. He's at 33 wins. Ikeda in 4th place. He has 30. Kubala, 5th place, 29. Tennessee, Carballo are tied in 6th place with 28. Ben in 8th place with 26. And El Barba sneaking up there. El Barba's been playing really, really well these past couple of days. And if you've been playing fantasy too, you know that he has been a difference maker there. 24 wins for him. He's in 9th place. And then Anderluck rounding out the top 10. He is at 22 wins. Another good note to see here, you both Anderluck and Jed out here practicing between these performances today. If you check those entries for tomorrow and Sunday, you'll notice that both of those guys are back in action. They'll be playing a limited schedule on Saturday. I think they have 2 games each, and then Sunday they're going to get a little more action, 3 games, so look out for their return. Very excited to have these guys back as we're getting back to full health here at Magic City Jai-Alai, just in time for a great close to the second half of this Jai-Alai season. And that, ladies and gentlemen, will do it for this Friday matinee performance of live Jai-Alai in the Magic City and on the Jai-Alai Channel. We're glad that you chose to join us this afternoon, and we invite you to join us again when we'll be back to play 8 more action-packed singles games at 4 p.m. We sure hope that you enjoyed today's Jai-Alai action at Magic City. Please like and subscribe to the Jai-Alai channel and let us know your thoughts and any questions you might have in the comments section. Again, on behalf of the players, staff, and management here of Magic City Jai-Alai, we thank you for joining us, and we hope you'll be back here at 4 p.m. Goodbye till we can see you back here at Magic City Jai-Alai. Take care, everyone.